These particular questions prove how important it is to simplify the question before you attempt to answer it. And there's different ways you can take simplify, so I'll go through a few examples with you to show you what I mean by that. So first of all, we've got question 1. So we're given a code and you've got to figure out the answer to a sum based on the code that you've been given. So certain letters mean certain numbers, and figure it out that way. So simplify it by translating the sum into numbers immediately. Don't attempt it looking at it as letters. Think about it purely as numbers and then attempt to answer it. And make sure you check if you're being asked to give the answer as a number or a letter. That's always important. But simplify it as much as possible. Bring it down to the most basic level and then attempt the answer. Now with question 7, you're being asked to choose an odd one out. And it's very easy when you're given a set of words to overthink it, thinking too deeply. And sometimes that's necessary, because sometimes you do have to think of a concept rather than just the word. But here, it's really quite simple. It's very much on the surface level, so don't worry about looking too much into it. You know, this word has got this letter, the others don't have it, that sort of thing. Look very much at the surface level of what these words mean and take it from there. So don't overcomplicate something that doesn't need overcomplicating. Just look very much at the surface level of the question. And then with question 10, you're being asked to write a word backwards and choose from the answers. Do that, write it backwards, if that will help you. Write it out yourself first and then see which of the potential answers matches up with what you've done. Rather than looking at them as they are and having to count up and figure out, oh, well, that's got that there, oh, I don't know. Write it yourself, because you can see the word that you're trying to write backwards. Do it first yourself and then see which answers match up. So basically the message here is to simplify everything that you try to answer, because there's no good going into a question thinking this is too complicated, I'm never going to be able to answer it. Some things are complicated, and if that's the case, bring it down to a level that you feel comfortable with. Eliminate all the unnecessary parts of the question. Be careful with that though, because some questions have little clues hidden in places you wouldn't expect, but go through it thoroughly, leave enough time to make sure you can bring it down to the bare minimum information that you need, and then attempt an answer.